All right. It's been a minute.
It actually has been a minute.
It's
Didn't even
been, I
think
think, a
about
couple
that.
weeks at least.
I can tell you what's happened in the meantime is Pat McAfee started making music.
Um, I'm not gonna give it. You made me listen to the one song.
Dookie. It's
Yeah, I'm
titled
not.
Dookie.
I'm not tuning in. You will not get a second of my ear time.
Playtime. August 14th, baby, the album. I'm excited. Um, Thought everyone needed to hear about
Sure.
this,
Yeah.
actually.
Sure. I can probably tell you. I can come up off rip 1,000 things that I'm more excited about. A million things that I'm more excited about than listening to Pat McAfee talk even more.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather watch the Tigers bullpen pitch 3 innings or listen to the full
Listen to
Pat
Pat
Mc?
McAfee. Listen to Pat McAfee.
Quick switch up. Yeah,
Um,
no
yeah, the
shit.
Tigers bullpen falls behind Pat McAfee on my list of things to do
That's saying a lot because if you haven't, you should pause this right now and go listen to that song and then rewind 10 seconds and listen to him say that again,
with
just so
conviction
you
too. With
understand how
conviction, there's
bad
no
that
doubt.
is.
Yeah,
That's
I wouldn't change it. What happened today on what's the date today?
Today is
January,
July
July
29th.
29th was without exaggeration probably the worst Tigers game I've ever seen. Worst regular season Tigers
Yeah.
game I've ever seen, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of this is why I can't really. I'm trying to cool it back on the Tigers a little bit. It's because there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
There's not. I can just sit there and stew in anger that I haven't felt in years, in a long
Yeah.
time. Um, so immediately after the game, I canceled my subscription, and I told my fiance I'm not watching another inning. So I made a promise. So we'll see.
That's not
We'll
good.
see.
That's
It's
not
not
good.
good.
That
I think I'm really going to disconnect here.
Yeah, we'll have a tough time kind of talking Tigers, but it might be for the best because I don't think we've helped.
It's
I
pretty
don't
much
think,
football season.
yeah, yeah, I
Thank
don't think,
God.
yeah. I mean, you could rattle off the things that happened today, but how about Wagaspack throwing a heater right down the middle? I think it was 0-2 that got hissed on, which thankfully Torque comes in and saves the day with a two-run bomb. But two strikes, we could go all day with this shit, but there was not a better microcosm to Tarek Scooble's time here, at least in the last year and a half, than that. His final start ever, he
Oh, yeah,
deals. He gives
100%.
up one earned run, well, technically three earned runs, but one was really his fault. But the dude was lights out for 7 innings, however many innings he pitched, but and then it's blown to
There's
shit.
nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. It is
Yeah.
you could trade Scooble for prime Barry Bonds with a 1400 OPS, and it would not matter because Drew Anderson is in the bullpen. Kenley Jansen is in the bullpen. I seriously can name every reliever we have in the bullpen right now.
And I wanna say, like, if you're a professional athlete, would you take some pride in, not that health and fitness is the reason Drew Summers fucking sucks, but would you take a little pride in the way you look out there? Okay?
There, there's two different avenues. If you're going to be the big guy, you got to embrace it. Andrew Chafin. Andrew
Yeah,
Chafin had the long hair, the
you let it
stash.
go. Yeah.
Phil Koch,
Yeah, another one.
he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
This guy is just there's nothing. There's
He's a
nothing at all.
baby-faced
He looks like
balloon.
someone you would have to cut from JV baseball and ruin their day.
He does. He looks like if someone took an inflatable pump and stuck it up Scooble's ass and just pumped him up.
Even more, even more.
Yeah, I genuinely that's what he looks like. Yeah, if you had the subscription, you'd be able to see it next time, but you might just have to wait for the
No,
paper or
I
something.
won't see Drew Summers ever again. Actually, I won't see Drew Summers ever again.
Yeah.
Um, I sent, I'll send, or I'll read a text that I sent. on the way home after the game. The most pathetic, incompetent group of men I've ever been unlucky enough to watch in my life. I'm not watching a single inning for the rest of the year. I nor anyone else I have ever met will witness another World Series in Detroit. That was within 2 minutes of them losing. When I was
Yeah.
contemplating just going as fast as possible down the highway, which, you know,
Not great. We wouldn't
that doesn't really
advise it
change
on the
anything. But
show, but you know.
yeah, it's just like I can't remember if I said this a couple of weeks ago, but this city's just filled with losers. It just filled with losers
Yeah.
outside of maybe 5 people in this entire city.
Yeah.
And it's like Kevin McGonigal, I
Dog.
can't say a thing about you. Can't
Yeah.
say a thing about you. Troy Melton, can't say a thing about you. Is there Dylan Dingler? That's it. That's it. Those are the
He
three.
struggled today though.
He
We
struggled
needed him
today.
to come through today, and he struggled
Yeah,
yesterday too.
that
But
was a rough strikeout
understandable.
in the 12th inning. But those three guys, can't see. Cater Montero, he's on the list.
Yeah.
Every other person on the Tigers roster is quite literally one of the they're all the worst people you've ever seen
Yeah.
in your
You didn't
life.
count Scooble in there because Scooble kind of counts. Well, he won't be here for long.
I'm not
'Cause-
counting Scooble. I'm not
Yeah.
counting Scooble.
Yeah.
This might be an
He's
out of left field take. I understand. Trust me. I loved Tarek Scooble. I still do.
yeah.
Um, back-to-back Cy Young winner. That's pretty hard to do.
Right.
At the same time, where were you when we needed you most? Where were you when we needed you? You know what I remember of Tarek Scooble now? And this it's kind of shitty to think this way, but he's tainted the memory so bad. I remember you one giving up the grand slam to David Fry against the
Yeah.
Guardians,
Yeah.
2024.
That was
I think that was
not good.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah. It
2024.
was.
I remember you bitching and whining about. You didn't bitch and whine, but I remember you not fighting to stay in the
I was gonna
game
say you did the
in
opposite of bitching
Seattle.
and whining. You didn't bitch and whine about
No,
staying.
today when I saw him, and listen, this is a butterfly effect that you don't know. You don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
On what planet are you going to bitch and moan to AJ Hinch about staying in a 7-0 ball game in a meaningless game in July, but you're not going to bitch and moan to stay in a winner take all game 5 when you are in the 6th inning?
Yeah.
What is that? That's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Family man Tarek Scooble is out here complaining about, oh, let me
Yeah.
stay in. And guess what? You gave up a run, which made,
Yeah.
and like I said, who knows if, you know, I'm willing to bet that Kyle Finnegan doesn't get the first guy out if he
Yeah.
comes in, when AJ Hinch went out there the first time. But it's like, he's just not doing, he never makes the right decisions, Tarek Scooble does. He never
Yeah.
does.
And that what could be the last of them. Like again, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if there's information out there that would hold him to the city or if there's anything out there. But you do know that while Alfred is running wild, that
Yeah.
the odds are not in the favor of Tarek Skubal remaining with the Tigers through the deadline. And
I would be more angry at that than I would about today's loss. And that's really saying something because
that's
my
scary.
face was hot.
That is
My
scary.
face was hot driving home from work today.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I could feel it going north, and it got to my face was red.
Heat rises. It does. Yeah.
Keep Tarek Skubal in a year in which the 2021 Western High School JV bullpen could put up a fight with Drew Anderson, Drew Summers, and all the other losers out there.
Yeah.
See what happens. You're getting nowhere and you're getting nothing. It's at the end of the day, you're not making the playoffs. Skubal could pitch every 3 days. You're not making the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Because the team sucks.
You can't.
The team
You can't
sucks.
finish. Literally, I want. What is your bullpen even for? It's like to close games,
close.
to win games, to put a period on a sentence that's been written through 7 innings. You've got 7 runs. You've got 7 runs.
Nothing in the 7th inning.
You can literally do. I would watch Savannah Banana guys go out there and bounce past it to the plate for all I care.
All right.
I lost them.
Crossing some lines
Lost
here.
them. Okay, Pat McAfee. falls under bullpen but above bananas.
Yeah,
So we'll
yeah,
have to get a tier list going, maybe a little
yeah.
draft or something.
We'll come up with something next week of things I'd rather
Uh,
do. Um,
uh, yeah,
it's
that's
I've seen some. I mean, we've both seen everybody. Jesus, that was bad. Everybody in Detroit has seen some bad bullpens. This year is like almost unfathomable how bad it is, and it's all on Scott Harris. It really is. You signed a 38-year-old overweight closer who is coming off of a better year. I mean, it's like when your dog gets energy before it dies. It's like that's what
yeah,
Kenley Jansen's career or season was last year,
yeah,
and you sign him to I think 2 years.
yeah.
Kyle Finnegan showed promise last year. He's not a young guy or anything, but he was good last year. Sucks this year. Will Vest sucks this year. Tyler Holton, who got an MVP vote 2 years ago, sucks. I mean, truly, Scott Harris has compiled the worst. I would be willing to bet that this is the worst bullpen in Tigers history. One of them, the top five, easy, easy.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've seen the stat. The Tigers have however many blown leads after the seventh inning.
Yeah,
I think they've got the most in baseball. I think it's like 18 or 19 or something like that.
no, it's
Where if they had won those games, which unlikely you win all of them, but you'd like to win. I mean, let's say a reasonable amount of. I mean, I don't even really
saying
know what a
average
reasonable.
bullpen is not
Yeah,
blowing that.
yeah, they would have the best record in the AL if they had not blown those leads. And right now
Oh
they're
yeah,
bad. They'd be
I
I think it's
saw
69 and 60 and 49 or 69 and 40 or something like
it's
that.
terrible.
Where
It's the most.
that's what it
It
would have
really
been.
is sad. I saw just before we got on, 14 games this year the Tigers have lost in which they had an 80% chance to win at least.
Did you
Do you
see
know how
today?
bad that is?
Did you see today? Today was 99.6% win probability at one point in the game.
I bet you that sports books wouldn't even let you bet on it. I bet you the
100%. It
money
was
line odds are
locked.
closed.
Yeah. That's impressive. And also, what kind of pisses me off, and again, there's one thing of being a bad teammate, and there's got to be somebody to step up. Maybe it's happening behind closed doors. Doesn't look like it. It feels like every interview is like, oh well, they'll come around, or
Yeah,
Kevin's
no.
playing great, or this guy or Torque's coming around. What about the fucking bullpen? Why is no one calling anybody out? Like, if I was a position player, I'd be furious. Like, again, you don't want to be a bad teammate, but at some point you got to step up
You have,
and
I
call
mean,
somebody out and be like, yo, we are
there has to be,
losing
yeah.
because of this shit here. It's not one guy, it's this fucking group that's
We
out there in
can
the
collectively
outfield
point at you.
spitting seeds on each other for seventh inning, and then they're like, "Oh shit, who's going? Who's going? Who wants to mess this up?"
I mean, I don't, maybe I'm being too harsh and living in the moment, but I've said this before on here. I truly had World Series hopes this year. Injury bugs, whatever.
Yeah.
And all right, we're going to spend 20 minutes on this next topic, but I don't even want to get into it yet. Tarek Skubal being the loser that he is and pushing back his arm surgery or just not worrying about it because he's taken to arbitration. Not talking about that yet. Talking about Tarek Skubal. This is what I want to happen, ideally. Skubal is gone. Mize is gone. You're not re-signing him. You took his ass to arbitration court for $25,000 a couple years ago. You think he really wants to sign here? No.
Yeah.
Glaber gone. You can probably send Finnegan, Kenley if anybody wants him.
Yeah, Kenley's not going. Kenley, that's a party animal. That's a banana. It's
Truly, I mean, I would love to say we could trade some of these guys off, but who the hell wants them? We would have to. It'd be like the NBA where you got a bad contract, you got to send first round picks with it.
yeah.
Everybody in our bullpen has negative value. But seriously, I want Skubal, Mize, Glaber gone. Anybody else that's on an expiring contract, I really don't care. I really don't.
Yeah. It's sell time is what it is. It's time to sell
It is.
for what it's worth. With you can't even consider, I mean, obviously you shop Scooble and potentially Glaber and Mize, like the bullpen. If you were okay, let's role play for a second here. Despite my robes being up back there, you be a GM. I'm the Tigers GM and I'm shopping my bullpen.
Okay.
What would you need me to do in order to take some of my closers? What would need to be attached to
I need
these
your
guys?
social security number. That's not even a question.
Yeah,
I would need probably your entire family's social security number
yeah.
and any access to a bank account that you have.
And that's for Wagaspeck, probably one of the
Yeah, any of
better
them.
arms.
And that's terrible. Someone
Yeah.
spell his name. You can't spell
No.
Wagaspec. Whoever the hell I don't know where he came from. I mean, he just popped up one day.
Yeah, he's like on Madden when you get like the user fill-ins. Like when you play a
Yeah.
couple years into the franchise, you get random guys. You get Jacob Wagaspeck. And then he goes
I
out
mean, you
there
could
and
tell me it's Andrew
serves up.
Wagaspec.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, he goes up there and serves a 0-2 sinker right over the heart of the plate today to just add a little more in there, add a little more fuel to the fire. Give the Orioles a two. I think that was when they got the 2-run lead in
Yeah,
the
I
in the
mean,
extra innings. Um,
I don't. I mean, this team is not competitive, and you can point fingers at anybody in this organization. Scott Harris, especially. I mean, we could seriously go down every path of this team for hours.
yeah,
Scott Harris has done absolutely nothing outside of drafting to help this team. Outside of drafting, the one trade he's hit on so far is Hao Yu Lee, and what he's having a hot month or two. We
yeah.
don't even know
He's
if he'll
just
be good. He could be
started.
a kill Badu.
Yeah, that's a
Any of these
it's a
guys, like
touchy soft spot because it happens all the time. You
who,
get
who's the best? Who's the best bullpen arm he's brought in? Who's the best pitcher he's brought into this team? Truly, I want you to think
I
about it. Is it Kenta Maeda?
no
Is it
no.
Charlotte? Yeah. Is
What
it?
are my options? There's I can't. I gotta.
I mean, Drew Anderson from the Korean Baseball League isn't,
Yeah, sure.
revving you up a little bit.
If you
Charlie Morton,
if you
Chris
show me
Paddock.
all these names, it's there's too many to choose from. There's too many.
True.
If you asked me to name the worst one he brought in, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'd be saying the exact same names right there. I'd be
Yeah, they're
repeating them.
collectively. It would be so hard to pick. Throw Framber on there. Framber's like,
This
and
dude's a first inning merchant. This guy, he's
that
giving
really,
out
yeah,
runs like charity.
yeah. I saw someone say he threw a yes hitter in Chicago because he.
That was the best way to
That's.
put
I
it. I
mean,
saw that.
it
Yes, hitter.
really does suck that everybody's been begging the front office to spend money, begging Chris Ilitch to open up his book. And he's like, fine, I will go get the best pitcher on the market to pair with the back to back Cy Young winner. He sucks. He's terrible.
Yeah, he does not help in any regard. He can't even get out of the first inning most outings now. He's
He
just
truly.
serving them up. It's tough for me because I've always been a salary cap believer. Football and basketball have always been my two
Yeah.
primary sports. So I just don't understand. It's like obviously you've got a cap in the NFL. You can't spend over this amount of money. You can't bring in all the top dogs. So
Right.
someone would have to help explain to me why a manager's top priority is not to go just go get somebody. Am I missing something here other than some
Oh,
type
I mean,
of
it's
salary
completely
restriction?
no. It's up to. There's no salary restriction. I mean, there's a luxury tax, but I mean, I think Chris Ilitch is a top five richest owner in baseball.
That's what I mean by salary restriction in terms of we don't have the
Yeah, no,
funds
there's
like
there's
the
nothing.
A's.
You're not the A's, you're not the Tampa Bay Rays, you're not the Pirates, you're not the Reds. Like you could be, you really could be a powerhouse. And now it's like salary cap is coming. It's too late. It's too late. And Mike Ilitch, Chris's dad, on his deathbed, pretty much was like, "I want to win." Goes and gets Prince Fielder. It's like makes a big move
Yeah,
in which we just haven't seen. We haven't seen it. So maybe I'm not even gonna say that. It's probably
too
maybe
much.
Chris Ellis just needs to,
Figure it out.
be more generous.
What is funny is like out of all the companies or out of all the areas like where nepotism or passing it on. Like you feel like major sports probably shouldn't be that way. Or like
No.
it's my father's team now, I get the reins. Like a lot of the
What?
big companies don't do that are not in sports, but for some reason sports probably arguably the most money
Oh yeah.
consistently involved. You just hand it down to your kid, be like, knock him out, sport. Go
What
sign.
joy is Chris Ilitch getting right now, being the owner of the Tigers and the Red Wings?
Yeah.
Nothing. There's
Can't
nothing.
it can't be there can't be many positives unless he really likes Little Caesars.
And
In
that's
which case,
and that's like you there's this argument going on right now that, every team outside of, I mean, the Mets are terrible this year, so but they still have one of the highest payrolls in baseball. The Mets, the
yeah.
Dodgers, the Yankees, probably a
Phillies are
couple
up there, I
more.
think.
Yeah, the Phillies, it's like all of these other teams are just farm systems
Yeah.
for those guys. And that's how it is every year. It's like the Tigers. How many people have the Tigers brought up, turned out to be good, and just haven't signed or just traded away because they
Yeah.
don't want to sign them, i.e. Max Scherzer. Well, I mean,
I
he
was gonna
didn't get
say over the
traded, he
course of
left.
forever, like that. I mean, David Price, Scherzer. I mean, I
And
can't remember how
I
Verlander.
mean, the worst part of this Scooble situation, you have to trade him. But then the people are like, "Oh yeah, look at the Verlander trade." You got Jake Rogers. That was the centerpiece of that. Which, thank God, he's out of here. Thank God. I'm so sick of the infatuation with just goofy players or like chemistry guys in the city.
Yeah, he's a glue guy.
He sucks. He's one of the worst Tigers I've ever seen. And I get so sick of, like, I don't care if he's got a funny mustache. I want to see him hit the ball. Can he hit the ball?
No.
That's it. That's it. I mean, hundreds. I feel like I can name hundreds of players in Detroit for any team, any of the four teams that are just like such an overvalue by the fan base because they did something cool. Or that guy's funny. He's got a cool mustache. He likes to play
Yeah.
cops and robbers in his cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I don't care. He sucks. Valencia has more home runs in 17 at bats than Jake Rogers did this year in 91.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, is there just a little side note? Is there a slower base runner than Valencia? Am I alone in feeling like when I
Yeah.
watch him run the bases, it's at
It
points
does
of
look like he's got some damn bricks on his feet.
yeah. I mean,
He's he's got a heavy trailer.
there's negatives everywhere. That's a minor
Well,
negative.
the
There's major
positive,
negatives.
the positive is that I hope that's Torque's replacement next year. Teach him first base, spend
I
all
saw
the winter.
everyone saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teach him first base. There is a future here for this team. It's just you're not winning anything this year. You're not even going to make the playoffs. Please go get some prospects that will contribute within the next couple of years. You have to. It's
Go
your only
get
option.
Then it becomes the bullpen again when we're having the same conversation in 5 years. The same
Right.
conversation we had 10 years ago. Same conversation you had 5 years ago. That lamp just went out. He's
Yeah.
already getting
Hey,
sick of this shit. I mean,
maybe the ghost of Jake Rogers is pissed at you right now.
he's pissed. And the only firepower he has left is to turn off the lamp. But
I mean, it's about what he was good for,
all he's
anyways.
good for. Yeah, so just anarchy is what it is.
Anarchy. Yeah, in my book, AJ Hinch, I'm almost about done with as well. I feel like he gets such he is a good manager. He was a good manager. He
Yeah.
has messed up so many situations this year that it's a combination of injuries, AJ Hinch losing his mind this year, everybody taking a career regression year. And that's another one. Get Zach McKinstry out of here. He sucks. Get Matt Vierling out of here. He sucks. James Outman sucks. I could go half of this roster should not be on an MLB team. And every time you ask AJ Hinch about it, he's like, "Oh, well, he's close to, he's doing all the right things." No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not doing the most important part of baseball, which is hitting the
Win.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not
Win.
playing winning baseball. I mean, Matt Vierling blew out his hamstring today.
That was bad. That's a microcosm right there. Dude gets a triple.
Gets a
Even-
triple and blows his
nothing-
leg off almost.
literally blows his hamstring off the bone. That you could sell that at the smokehouse in Chelsea, and people would buy the way he ripped that hamstring is tender.
Don't let
But
the door hit you on the way out, brother. Lock his ass in the training room for 10 years.
fucking lamp turned back on. Sorry. Anyway,
There we go. Max Clark, get up here. And if you, the Tigers organization, if you are trying to manipulate service time so he doesn't lose his rookie eligibility, you're not a serious organization. You never were. Never were. Wait until September call-ups to call up a top 10 prospect in baseball. Everyone should be fired.
it's not the best move from the front office I've ever seen, and that goes. I mean, that's not saying a lot. There's a lot of decisions. Again, like I said, I don't understand. I understand the baseline of how baseball front offices work, not to the extent of how I understand football and basketball.
Right.
What I don't understand is how you have the same problem every year. And I also still have trouble wrapping my head around how much fun it was last May and last June last year watching the Tigers play. I'm like, oh my God, this team is great. This is a
Yeah.
great team. They're the best team in the MLB. They're the first to 40 wins. They're the first to 50 wins. They're the first to 60 wins. What happened?
Gone. Gone.
What happened?
Everyone's having the worst year of their careers
And
pretty much. I mean,
yeah,
out of nowhere. People you depended on to just contribute. I want to say I might be wrong about this. I want to say that these players, Torque, this might be career, but Torque, McKinstry, Vierling, Wenzel, Will Vest, Tyler Holton, Kenley. I don't know, probably 10 players all have a negative WAR this year. And it's like you can't win. You simply can't win when your entire team sucks.
yeah.
So, and
I mean,
how do you think
that's
do you trust Scott Harris to go reinforce your bullpen next year? Is he going to bring you the corpse of Paul
no,
Sewald again?
yeah,
No.
no. Next
How
thing you
about Alex
know,
Cobb?
yeah, he's gonna sign Chet Steadman from Rookie of the Year if you've ever seen that movie,
Yeah.
just the Rocket. He's gonna
Yeah,
sign him.
I mean, we're going to get news that he's asking Phil Koch, Joe Namath to come out of
Yeah,
retire. Hey, what's Jose Valverde up to?
yeah. Where's Shooter McGavin at?
Yeah.
Let's get some real hooligans out in the bullpen because if we're gonna let's just commit to the bit. Let's get some real. Let's sell some tickets
Yeah.
and lose versus just let everybody down. I mean, think about what's gonna happen to the attendance if they trade. I mean, inevitably if they trade Scooble
I mean, it
or
should drop, and I hope it does
rightfully
because
so, it should drop.
how else? I was close. I was really close to legitimately picketing outside of Comerica last year. I was going to make a sign and walk around Comerica Park by myself. If people wanted to join,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously they could. I was very close to doing that. I swear to God, keep Tarek Skubal, and I will chain myself to a fire hydrant outside. I will chain myself to the big tiger out there, and
that's a
I'll
ticket,
be
by the way.
forcibly removed.
It's a ticket in Detroit. If you park by that fire hydrant,
Yeah, don't
you'll
park
be
by a hydrant.
evaporated.
Don't park next to an invisible walkway.
Yeah, crosswalk. Yeah, rightfully so. I won't be chaining myself to anything, but I'll be very disappointed. I'll be because I was conflicted. Probably the last time we were on here, I was conflicted about what you do. I was like, do you make a push and keep him, even though he says he wants to stay? He says he wants to make a push. Not anymore. I don't care anymore. Today was the end.
Oh,
Today was
yeah,
the end. 7-0.
the day the music died.
If we won this game today, 7-0,
Well, I'll tell you
we
what, if you win
probably
this game, I think you were 5 out. White Sox are losing. You know how bad you have to be to not be competing in this division? The White Sox are losing to the Yankees right now, I think.
yeah, they're about to get swept.
About
They're
to get
getting
swept
swept.
by the Yankees. You made up 0 games.
That's so
And everyone
wild.
just keeps bringing up, like, oh, these next 6 games, 9 games, you play all teams that are struggling. The Athletics, the Mariners, the Giants. You suck too. Like, you are worse than everybody there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what we just did with, hey, you got a 7 game homestand with Kansas City and Baltimore, both teams who are Terrible. Guess what? You went 3-4. You could have swept the Royals. You also could have lost 3 games. You should have lost 3 games.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't. I
It's
can't.
just maddening. This team is so infuriating. And it's
Today
just
was
like there's
yeah.
no sense of urgency. I feel like every interview, it's just like AJ Hinch is just the same monotone, like,
That's what I was talking about earlier. It pisses me off. There's no urgency. There's no will. There's no
no,
fire.
there's nothing. There's no emotion. This team is the most
Flat.
emotionless team
Very
outside
flat.
of Kevin McGonigal and Troy Melton, two
Yeah.
of the young guys. And, obviously Scooble's emotional. He's a piece of shit. Get him out. I don't care if you
It's
go
a
be
piece
emotional somewhere else. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I had to
I've
change it
lost
up.
all hope. I really don't. I don't see a Tigers World Series anytime soon. Anytime soon.
No.
Not
You
even
got to
close.
close out a game. Oh, I feel bad for guys like Jason Benetti, guys who got to go there and watch this shit in person every day. Which
Yeah.
Jason Benetti, shout out. Love Jason Benetti. I think he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Um,
he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Him and Dirks are funny together. Sometimes it's a
Yeah,
little
but
too
he's got
much,
to be
but
too positive. I think when they shut the camera off and the mic, it's like that Dan Dickerson highlight from
yeah.
last year. Like, fuck this post game
I
report.
gotta read this bullshit.
I think that's Benetti. I think he's like, and this is Tigers Live sign off. And then he's just fuck.
Yeah, just despair. It's despair.
Oh
Um
man. So yeah, I feel bad for guys like him who day in, day out got to get up and go to their shitty job. Yeah, great. I got to go watch these hooligans go run around like a bunch of
yeah.
cavemen again.
I mean, imagine being a child, and Benetti says he always wanted to be an announcer. Imagine working your entire life. I mean, thank God for him that he's got these national gigs lined up too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
If you
because
worked
his
as hard as you could to
yeah.
be this year's Tigers announcer.
Benetti's two teams have been the White Sox and the Tigers so
Now
far.
he leaves the White Sox and they're decent. They're
Yeah,
better
as
than the
soon as he
Tigers.
leaves, they've got a chance to make the playoffs, which they didn't even sniff when he was the play-by-play
Um,
there. But I feel bad for a guy like that. Also, speaking of hooligans running around out there, Drew Summers runs out to the mound today. He was out of breath when he got there. I swear to you, they
no
cut the camera to
shit.
him, and he was like,
No
"All right,
shit.
boys, what's the situation here? What's the
Yeah.
situation?"
I mean, here's a thought. You said, and I was too, and we're both fooling ourselves, obviously. Anybody with this thought is fooling themselves. Even if we were 500 right now, a couple games out from the deadline, what and God's green earth makes you think that Scott Harris would buy or do anything productive? We were the best team in the American League last year. What did we get?
Nothing.
Horse
Literally, we
shit.
got we got Patty.
5 pitchers with a combined age of the United States of America. Paul Sewald, Charlie Morton,
Yeah,
Chris Paddock, the
Paddock.
sheriff,
Yeah,
sucked.
the sheriff.
Oh, you got some other idiot. I don't know. So, I mean, it
But
doesn't even
anyway,
matter.
the
It really
bullpen was the
doesn't.
same. It was Canely. It was Paddock. It was
I forgot about Tommy Canley.
yeah, Canely.
This guy might.
How could you? He
Tr-
threw the last pitch of the season. It got blasted into right field, and you lose to the Mariners in
Scott
20
Harris,
innings.
now that we're speaking out loud, might be, if you go by war on the Tigers, war on the team that they were signed to when these guys were general managers, is probably the worst pitching evaluator in MLB history. And I'm
What
not even
does he
playing around.
look for? What does he look for? Seriously. When
I don't
he
know.
scouts a pitcher and he's like, that guy has earned himself a spot on the Detroit Tigers.
How'd you like to wear the old English D? I saw you had a 6 ERA in Korea.
I saw you hit the backstop 8 times in a row. I saw you almost hit the on deck batter with that outside slider.
I really like the way you tried to throw it through the screen behind home plate. That was awesome.
Oh man, yeah, he's really hitting the nail on the head. He's not hitting the nail. He's not even hitting whatever the
Nobody
nail's
on this
on. He's
fucking team
missing the
could hit a
board.
nail.
No, they
Nobody.
could. They can't hit a ball. Well, actually, that's unfair of me to say because I was
Yeah.
bitching about the position players early in the year. That is not the main problem anymore, in my opinion. You got three position all stars, three guys in the field playing all stars, and jeez, you get what I'm
Well, I
saying.
mean,
McGonigal, Dingler,
I do.
Green.
How do you, on paper, you had the back-to-back Cy Young winner. You have Troy Melton, who is putting together a better stretch of starts than Scooble ever has.
Rookie of the year, the
You've got the
AL
rookie of the
Rookie of the
year.
year,
You've got probably a top 3 MVP vote getter in Dylan Dingler.
which is
Riley Green with
also the
another All
best.
Star.
Yep, best catcher in the MLB, arguably. Dylan Dingler,
How?
like
I mean,
that
how are you
on
this
paper.
bad?
Yeah, and then Glaber has been an efficient guy for a number of
Yeah, when
years.
he's alive.
Yeah, healthy, um, which is another aspect of it. The outfield is shaky, but coming in, Zach McKinstry, you didn't think he was going to be this ass. Last year, he was
All Star Zach McKinstry.
an
All Star
all-star.
Zach McKinstry. That's all I
Yeah,
hear. And I mean, it was cool when it happened. Didn't deserve it whatsoever. He only got in because I think 8 people broke their leg before the game.
yep. But regardless, it's a lot better than what's coming now. Now the outfield's filled with James Outman, who hit one clutch home run against the Royals.
The worst team in the American League.
The
That
Royals,
team. The,
yeah,
the second worst bullpen in
down
baseball, if
two
I
to
had to
nothing.
guess.
Yeah. Um,
You know he's the worst qualified hitter in the MLB.
Outman is really.
Yeah, there's 331 qualified hitters. He's 330th in average and 331st in another stat that's important. I can't even think of it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The points across.
Yeah,
That
but we want, we just want Max Clark to develop down there behind, these great
yeah, vets.
idols.
Yeah, these are
So I just looked it up. Here are the free agent acquisitions. While Scott Harris has been the president of baseball operations for the Tigers. Here are the pitchers. Stop me when you think of a cool memory that any of these guys have had.
okay.
Matthew Boyd, Michael Lorenzen. He had a no hitter when we traded him to the
He
Phillies
did.
for how
He
you
did
read.
have
Jack Flaherty. Some all right innings, every
Little
once
cool
in a while.
moments.
Shelby Miller.
sounds
Okay.
like a substitute teacher.
The Jake Rogers of pitchers, Andrew Chafin.
Cool, funny mustache. Very funny mustache.
Bagman Alex Cobb, who pitched how many innings? 0.
Just say
0.
not ringing a bell.
If these next two didn't pitch any innings for the Tigers, we would have been significantly better. Tommy Kahnle, John Brebbia, who I don't think made it out of April last year before he was DFA.
Yeah, you can
Jose
just start.
Urquidy,
Yeah,
Justin
go back
Verlander,
to-
Kenley Jansen, Kyle Finnegan, Drew Anderson, Framber, everybody. I mean,
that's a tough resume.
you could argue that 80%, 90% of those guys have only hurt the team. If they're replaced with anybody else, this is a better team.
Yeah, let's go back to Tommy Kahnle because I just want to add one thing in there. Nazi. That's a Nazi. That's a Nazi in disguise. Tommy Kahnle, when he starts running out there, not to get political or to hurt anybody's feelings, but I felt as if I was watching a Nazi at work when they put the ball in his hands and his
Unconfirmed,
stirrups.
but
alleged
allegedly.
Nazi. Tommy Kahnle.
He did. I mean, he definitely didn't play for Germany for the World Baseball Classic.
I did see that.
He did play for Team Israel.
He did. So that, I don't
on
know.
the other side of the spectrum there, but
Undercover.
yeah, like you said, undercover.
Nazi, dude. He was just using the Tigers to.
Yeah, this website says Scott Harris likes to sign pitchers to 1-year prove-it deals. Every pitcher here has proved that they should not be playing anymore.
Yeah. Gosh. What
yeah. I mean,
I hope
let's play a
nobody.
game called How Many of These Pitchers Retire After Scott Harris Signs Them? Justin Verlander,
Yep.
Alex
Kenley.
Cobb, Kenley's going to retire. Drew Anderson will never play another inning of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, these
John
aren't retiring
Brebbia
by
is probably
choice.
working. Yeah,
At Culver's.
John Brebbia is working at Best Buy. I saw Michael Lorenzen has like an 8 ERA for Colorado. So
So he'll
just
be
beating a dead
working
horse here.
at Lowe's.
Yeah,
He just
beating a dead horse. nobody in this or nothing is going right now. Um, it's just it really is sad.
There's
It
nothing
really is sad.
positive. On the bright side, at least Jalen Duren signed. Just kidding. No, he
Just kidding.
didn't. That's not going to work out either because he wants to be paid more than Wemby, which
Yeah, he
is
wants to be paid more than Cade.
bananas.
I don't know. I don't know what this whole city is just in despair. Just
Yeah,
nothing
what's
but pain
something
and
positive we can talk about? Pat McAfee is dropping an album.
shut the hell up.
I'm sorry. Um,
Something positive that we could talk
there's
about.
got to be something positive. NFL
Training.
training
Oh
camp
yeah, NFL
started.
training camp.
That's
Uh,
fun.
Kirby Joseph
Yeah.
seems to be having a manic episode
Yep. Kyle
on
Shanahan
social media.
exploded. Um, yeah, Kirby
Um,
Joseph is also.
Kirby
Yeah,
Joseph is
I've seen
channeling his
those.
Brandon Ayuk.
Which I must say, Kirby Joseph, what a polished young man. I really like the language he uses as he goes every 3 words. I don't
Yeah,
think I watched one video where he went 3 words without swearing in a way I'd never even seen before.
yeah.
A lot of the words I can't say, unfortunately. Um, but I watched a couple where I was impressed with how he fit some of the wordplay he had there. He has a way with
Yeah,
words.
a poet. Some might
Very.
call him. So yeah, we've got look. We can look forward to him not being ready for Week 1. Dan Campbell said. Brian Branch, his Achilles is probably still in two.
He will also explode if he goes out there and plays
Um,
a snap.
Terrion Arnold is still practicing with Adam Sandler in the prison league.
Yep. They did say I forgot about Terron Arnold. Yes, he is he's doing a training camp, all right, and it's not the NFL's training camp. He's
No,
he's camping. Um
I
he
this might be one of the worst episodes for morale. This
Yeah,
might be
I
the
was
low
thinking
point,
that. There's not a lot of positivity. If you're listening to this,
and it's all
I hope your
justified
day gets
too.
better. I hope your day gets
Yeah,
better.
I mean, as a fan, what are you supposed to do when Jalen Duran thinks he's owed more money than Vic
Yeah, thinks
or
he's
I don't know why I'm calling
wilt.
Vic, Wemby,
Yeah.
Cade? I mean, your captain, Dylan, the captain of a original six franchise, is bitching and moaning to everyone that will listen about how his feelings are hurt by the Red Wings and how he misses playing with Team USA. Get out. Just trade all of these losers. Get them all out by the start of next season. I hope Scooble's not here. Larkin can get out. Jalen Duran can get out. I mean, just clean house,
We
dude.
don't have
Clean
much left
house.
after that. There's gonna have to be some bomb signings. Um,
Yeah, rely on a GM in this city to do that.
yeah, not gonna happen. Not hasn't happened. Everyone drafts all right. Everyone can draft pretty. I can't speak for the Red Wings. Lions draft all right. Pistons, that's not true because Cade was a handoff. Like you take Cade Cunningham, then you take Ivy with fourth, then you take Ron Holland with fourth. Um, who knows what happens to our boy dude who just got taken.
Ibuka.
Wild name. Yep, Ibuka Okori, I think.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much he's going to be compared to LeBaron for the 76ers for the rest of his career because
So yeah,
I mean that's who we were projected to take, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's nothing but doom and
despair
angst.
and
It's
agony.
terrible.
So yeah,
Hey, let's get on to college sports. How you
okay.
feeling about I mean I probably shouldn't bring up Michigan State football.
No, you can. There's two sides. It's going to be so refreshing to watch someone with a pulse on the sideline. And Pat
That's
Fitzgerald is
true.
more than that. I fucking love Pat Fitzgerald.
That's
That dude
true.
is a football guy.
Need that.
Which which after I don't know how much Michigan State football you watch, but Jonathan Smith, that
Wet
brother,
cardboard on the sideline. Just
oh my
nothing.
Lord. It was the worst. It was the worst thing ever. Pat Fitzgerald is the man. He's a football guy. He's calling into like Barstool will stream like
Yeah.
after dark college football. He's calling in. He's FaceTiming. He's doing all these things.
Yeah. No, I mean it
John
was a good
Smith
signing.
not doing that. On the other hand, They ain't got no ball players.
They
They got
got
no
no
ball
ball
players.
players. Hey,
I'm not one to speak in regards. They're better ball players. They're better ball players than us, obviously.
yeah, I mean, clearly,
That's a given.
yeah,
They are not ball players that are ready to win games. I watch some
no,
of the spring videos and I'm like, am I watching my old huddle highlights, which I
yeah,
usually save that for the ladies at the bar on Friday nights. I felt it a little odd. I was watching my huddle highlights at Tuesday at 9 a.m. So I realized I was watching the Michigan State receiving core, and I was like, okay, I like the energy. I like the vibe.
not the standard
We're
here.
not going to win any games.
Yeah,
We're not going to win any games. We might win. You play. I think they play. I think they play Toledo week one.
yeah.
That
Um,
that's not a gimme. It's not.
that's not a gimme. You're not
No,
giving
it's
them
not.
Toledo.
It's not. Because here's the problem. Pat Fitzgerald had no team to bring with him.
That's true. He didn't have anybody
He
to.
wasn't
Yeah,
coming from the squad. So again, I'm not going to be pissed about it. I'm not going to complain because what can you do? He comes in
right.
on such a
It's
short
just one of the
notice.
years you gotta eat it.
You got to wear it on the chin. So,
Yeah,
but like I said, so far the energy has been so refreshing. And it's not even like crazy energy. It's just normal football guy
it's
energy.
just
It's like
better.
it's
Right.
just refreshing.
Yeah.
So um that'll be all right. But yeah, they're not going to win much. It's gonna be tough. But
Hey, I
yeah,
mean,
so that's Michigan State for you. If you because all I've been seeing in the headlines is people calling Bryce Underwood a running back for Michigan. I don't know if you saw
yeah,
those
I
training
mean,
videos.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, train however the hell you want, I suppose. I don't really care, but
Yeah.
I am getting probably a little too excited about Michigan football. Um, I think that I've been saying I mean, since last year when Bryce was a freshman, um, 2027 is going to be the year in which like it's go time. Like it's you're competing for a national championship again. This year, I think they have probably maybe like a top 12, top 15 roster. Um, whether or not they put it together and whether or not, Whittingham and Beck can put the offensive side of the ball together is yet to be seen. It makes me a little nervous. I think that Bryce is going to be all right. I mean, look at the circumstances he was thrown into last year. He was 17 until like the week one. 17. Coach Horney is not giving him any love. He's
Coach
not giving
Hornady.
him any perspective or any knowledge.
Well, Biff
Um,
Poggi was absolutely. Biff Poggi stepped in
I mean, yeah,
wearing
knowledgeable
his
football guy, but
kind of looks like
truly, I mean, like
Jake Rogers in the future.
no
Was
quarterback coach,
yeah, that was kind of funny.
offensive coordinators trying to help him out. I mean, he had no help. He had no support system. At 17 and allegedly making, $4 million a year.
Yeah,
What can you what are you gonna do? What makes me excited is like week one against Central last year. I think it was Central. No,
yeah, it was.
it was. No, I don't think it was. I think I
It
messed that
wasn't
up.
week
But
one.
regardless, he looked really good. Like one of his first games of college, being that raw and that, you know, untethered. He looked really good. Some of the stuff, he's got the it.
Was it the
He's got
game
the
for
it factor.
Oklahoma?
I think it was. Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
New
I want to say it
Mexico?
was. No, I want to say it was Central.
They didn't play Central week one because I know that for a fact. Central played San Jose State.
Okay.
Central was after Oklahoma. I'm just curious now. New
Um,
Mexico is my guess. The Lobos.
yeah, but I mean, you can see something's in there. Like he wasn't the number one recruit in the country for no reason. He's
How
built
did
like a fucking tank.
how do you feel about the stuff he says on the socials, like about the
All right.
state of Ohio and all that? You ever see
Well, that
those?
I did. I don't know. I would, I prefer you walk it more than you talk it. But what are you gonna do? These kids like to talk. I mean, well, one, the thing that pissed me off the most, where he said he's the best player to ever come out of Michigan,
That was
was
wild.
taken. so far out of
All
context.
right, I've only seen it out of context, so then I'll regret or
I
retract my
mean,
statement.
truly. And I got to listen to these idiots on the radio who are just like, it's a whole nother conversation. Do you really think, honestly, that this kid who had 9 passing touchdowns last year is saying, yeah, I'm the best to ever come out of Michigan? Do you think that's what he's talking about?
What was the context?
It was
What
about high
was?
school. It was about like he's like one of the best players to ever come out of high school football in Michigan. Which is he wrong?
Yeah,
Is he wrong? He was the number one overall recruit in the country for the entirety of his high school career. He
yeah.
broke. I mean, I don't know. Is it bold to say? Yeah, it's bold to say. I mean, Michigan's actually had a lot of high school players come out who are really good, but wait a little bit. You don't
Yeah,
got to be jumping the gun and saying that right now, especially having
yeah.
the year that you just came off of.
Because I start thinking about Amani Bates. Amani Bates is saying the same shit like that,
Right, right.
different
It's
sport,
just
but he
a
was the
little
same
worrisome.
thing, and he was at Eastern within 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, it was so they did play the Lobos week one, then Oklahoma, and then they beat Central 63-3.
Yeah, they actually cut the broadcast off in the Central game. It's the first time I've ever seen that before. With 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they
Damn,
stopped filming,
damn.
which sucked to see.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting I'm getting pretty excited, and I'm close to predicting 9 or 10 wins, and that's bold. That's really
Yeah,
bold. We'll do the Big Ten next week.
yeah,
Want to do that?
there we go.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll
we'll have
break
to
down the Big
jump
Ten
around.
next week. But
Yeah.
if you beat Oklahoma week two, you could roll into Indiana, or Indiana comes to Ann Arbor. You could go into that game 6-0, chance to knock off the defending champs.
Who do they play non-conference other than
Uh,
Oklahoma?
Western Oklahoma UTEP. So I mean,
Okay,
cakewalks.
one game. Yeah.
Yeah, I, beat Oklahoma, and I think there's a chance they could beat Indiana. I think Indiana probably. I mean, there's no way they could be as good as they were last year. But I mean, even if they're a little
I hope
less,
not. They they
if
they
that's the
got
case,
they
then
reloaded. They got some studs. They got
they
Hoover
got some
from
studs.
TCU. They stole Nick Marsh, who was
They
kind of a
got some
whiny
studs.
bitch
They
at
got
MSU.
a good
Um,
linebacker from Notre Dame. Yeah, they got some studs. You see what he said about Josh Hoover?
I did not.
I think Pate interviewed him, and he's like, "Tell me about how you feel about Josh Hoover." And Signetti was like like a maniac, was like, "We got exactly what we needed." I was like, "Oh
That's
shit,
scary.
shit."
That is scary. That's that's not good.
Yeah,
From if you heard that from anybody but Kurt Signetti, you'd be like, "What a
yeah. You're like, oh, candy ass over here,
this guy. We have exactly what we
hyping
need."
his players up. He's like, "We got exactly what we needed." Like, okay,
He's not
awesome.
lying. He's not lying.
I don't know,
So
man. Big Ten is going to be a gauntlet. Michigan's schedule is kind of bullshit, dude. Michigan's schedule is gauntlet. You got Oklahoma, Indiana, Oregon on the road, Ohio State on the road,
Michigan State
Michigan State
trap
at
game.
home. They got them at home,
Trap game.
and I guess
Uh,
Penn State. But I don't know.
it'll
I don't know.
be.
I'm getting too excited.
I was gonna say, don't
We'll talk
start
about it more
South
next
Eight. We
week.
still got a month from today. Actually, Bill Belichick, his girlfriend Jordan, and the Tar Heels take on Hypnotoad and TCU.
Is that the first game of the year?
It is week 0.
Nice. There we go. There we
So
go. I don't really want to talk about the Pistons or the Red Wings because they're not doing anything.
yeah, there's nothing to talk about. So
Tigers, in case you skipped to what I presume is probably out or minute 50 at least of this,
at
Tigers suck.
least.
Um, Lions, everyone is collectively losing their mind. Hey, next week though, will be past the deadline and chat about that. Training camp is a weekend. College football is a week closer. Big Ten media days are over. We can listen
Yeah.
to Bryce Underwood talk about how he's going to win 2 Heisman's this year.
Yes. Dude, yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, who knows? It'll probably be a more positive experience. Hopefully, this isn't
I
the
pray to
episode that
God.
blows up. They're gonna think we're
I mean,
pretty
what would have
miserable.
to happen? What would have to happen for a worse morale episode to come out next week?
Scooble doesn't get traded.
We keep Scooble.
Nothing
The Pistons
changes.
signed Duran to more money than Wemby.
That would be.
I didn't even want to speak some of the stuff into existence. Matt Vierling's hamstring is fully intact.
I can know.
Yeah.
So,
All
well,
right. Getting off the rails here. I don't want. I take that back, Matt Vierling.
we've hit the end of the rails, I think, is what
Yeah.
we've done before. There's nothing else positive.
Exciting stuff next week.
Stream Pat McAfee's new album August 14th. We still got
Quit
a bit.
plugging that man. Come on, dude.
I'm just saying, dude. His music's had a positive impact on my life. It's
We already
go
gave
listen
the
to
Savannah Bananas a
Dookie.
lot of publicity here. I was kind of expecting a check, if I'm going to be honest.
I mean, but listen, I was I was saying Savannah Bananas and Tigers bullpen in the same sentence, which is never good
Right.
publicity. They say any publicity is good publicity.
Not that.
Not that.
I'd rather be compared to Jeffrey Dahmer than anybody in the Tigers bullpen.
Or there's a lot of Jeffries you could get compared to that I'd rather be compared to Dahmer.
Yeah.
Others. Than being
Yeah.
Tigers bullpen.
Well,
But
all right. Appreciate anybody if you listen to this. Peace
you're welcome
out.
for ruining your day. So
Yeah. Sorry for being
see ya.
such a downer.